There comes a time in many motorhomers' lives when they have to consider getting a smaller motorhome. There are many reasons for doing it. One of the people who's done just that is Jackie. Hello, Jackie.
Hi, Andy.
Now, what van did you used to have?
A Geese Phantom,
How long was that?
24.5 foot.
So that's quite a big motorhome. And what have you got now?
A Wild X Constellation.
And how long is that?
It's 19.8.
It's a lot smaller, isn't it?
A lot, and it's also a lot narrower.
Can I ask you why you had to downsize?
Well, we bought a static caravan because the children wouldn't leave home. We thought we'd spend most of our time in the static. Where we got the static, they were a bit iffy of us having the big van there, so we thought, well, we'll downsize. We won't do so many rallies, but we've got the best of both worlds.
And why did you choose this particular van, the Wild X?
Well, we looked around, and originally I wanted a U-lounge one.
U-shaped lounge, yes.
Also sleep with Warwick Duo. But then my husband spotted this one, and he decided he liked this one. It
ticked the boxes.
So we had it.
So what are the differences that you've experienced driving this compared to driving the big Geist?
There's not a lot of difference in driving them. Although there was a bit more sway with the bigger one than this one. But this one is definitely a lot easier to park.
That's, I suppose, the big advantage, isn't it?
It is a big advantage. We still can't get under height barriers, but we can park in most places quite easily.
But it occurs to me the biggest problem that people must have when downsizing is getting everything they had in the big van into the smaller van.
Well, yes, I've managed to get nearly everything we had. It's just less clothes and less shoes.
But it's not just you and your husband John, is it?
No.
You've got four dogs, of which this is one.
That's one.
I understand you used to have Great Danes.
No.
And,
we did have a Labrador at one time.
they're all this size, aren't they?
Well,
which is,
the other three are a bit bigger than that one.
But they're all small, which has got to be good if you've got a smaller van.
Yeah.
So you really are managing to do exactly the same things.
With the awning, we manage quite well.
So if you've got a small van and you use an awning, then obviously you've got a lot more room again when you parked up.
And we also tow a smart car.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what would you say to people who are considering downsizing? Is it something that they should really sort of worry about, or is it something you get used to after a short time?
Used to it. I must admit I keep swearing occasionally when dog's under my feet and you can't get up the aisle because one has to go and sit down one end while the other one's doing something at the other end.
But the advantages outweigh the disadvantages.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you ever so much for talking to us.
You're welcome.
Happy travels.